Hello, church. Let's jump right into our study on religion versus Christianity. We left off in the book of Revelation, chapter 3. Um, so let's look at verse 15. It says, I know your works, that you are neither cold or hot. I wish that you were cold or hot. What we have here is the Lord is saying, I wish you were either cold, all the way for the law, or hot, all the way for grace. Another way of saying it is being cold is going the way of religion and coming to an end of yourself. You see, because that's all the law do. It causes us to come to an end of ourselves. Now, being totally hot is seeing Christ as the mark and being stirred up about Christ. Christ is just boiling in you to want him and to know him and in the power of his resurrection. But we see that the Lord has a problem with you partly religious or partly under grace. You see, you can't be lukewarm. You can't be half religious, half Christian, or half law, half grace. You have to be totally in one direction. Fully for Christ or fully for the law or the religion or basically yourself. You can't be lukewarm. You can't have a mixture of both law and grace because the Lord said he will spew you out. And that's just like you and I have chewed on gum where it lost its flavor and we just spit it out. Or you eat a piece of food and all the juices are gone and you just get rid of it because there's no more satisfaction in it. And that's what the Lord wants us to see, that when you try to bring religion and grace together, or the law and grace, it brings a mixture that is not pleasing to the Father and it's not pleasing to the Lord. Let us continue. And we can see this clearly in verse 17. It says, because you say I am wealthy and have become rich, in need of nothing, and do not know that you are wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. You see, wealthy here is referring to doctrine. You see, religious people are in love with doctrine. And they consider that the riches of God. But Christ is letting them know in verse 18, I counseled you to buy from me gold. What is he saying here? Gold symbolizes divine nature. You see, religion can only get you doctrine, but it won't cause you to adopt or have God's nature. And Christ says that I've been counseling you to buy from me gold that's been refined by fire, that you may be rich. You see, without Christ's nature, without Christ's life, we would never be rich. You see, it takes God's nature and life to show us our wretchedness, our poorness, and our blindness and our nakedness. If you think you have reached your goal just because you have doctrine, then you have shortened yourself. But if you see that that's not God's highest for you is to have Bible knowledge, God's highest for you and I is that we may partake of his divine nature. This is why we need to go Christ's way. This is why Christianity reigns and rules. It is the organism. It is the setup that God has blessed, ordained, and also worked miracles and powers and signs. I pray that something I said will reach you. Christ is looking to make you rich. And I pray that you will see in these verses, I've counseled you to buy of me gold refined by fire. That he's referring to his nature. And religious folks never really display the nature of God. So do an examination of yourself, judge yourself, and see if you're a religious person. Because if you are, repent, let Christ be your focal point, and let him feed you by opening up the door for you to eat and be transformed. God bless. Thank you.